Titans as we get underway.
Let's go.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity? I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Cook is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Into the secondary past the 40. And some room to maneuver. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
A run there with Cook on first down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. On second down, Cook gets by him at the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 46. Mike 46. I'm coming after you.
They go play action with Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's one or two. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Rams have got it back. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. running for it. Here's Cook. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Deep in the red zone, seemed like they had their mind made up that was 4-down territory, and now they've got it inside the 5.
I like the way you looked at that because you're thinking just like a play caller and a head coach who gave the play caller that authority. It was 4-down territory. They went for it, picked it up. They didn't get the touchdown, but what a great consolation prize. A new set of downs and another shot at the end.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Woods. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Darrell Taylor. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Throwing is Stafford. And Cook has it, left side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And Gay knocks this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Finding some room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Play action. It's Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. 7 yards, the pickup there. Again, Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
While the ultimate result was an incomplete pass, they sure look like a well-coached team because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage. And the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
They go play action now. Wilson being chased out left. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Buying time to his left. This is Coleman with the ground. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Play action. Now Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown Seattle. Gerald Everett down on the year. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Give to Cook out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. This is caught. It's Woods. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Play action. Stafford. Forced out, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now it's Stafford. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Pushing his way through, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
82 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Stafford here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Seahawksons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Dancing to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Richie James, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. After the interception, here's Wilson.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete.